What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a impromptu episode of the StayWeighedIn podcast. I'm joined by my sugar. How you doing, man?
Listen, man, let's go straight into it, man. They already know what we're here for, so let them know.
I mean, you said it first. You said it best. Sorry. Impromptu episode because of the big breaking news, or kind of breaking news, that Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua might be on. So I want to, before we dive into, I want to just go through the timelines of where we're at right now. So Tyson Fury puts out a tweet saying, "Before I get my actual opponent lined up, I'm offering you, Anthony Joshua, the opportunity to fight me. Contact me and I'll send a contract through." So at that point, I was thinking, okay, he's gonna put that video up, but there's no seriousness to it. Then the offer apparently comes at 60-40 as a split, and I thought that's pretty generous.
That's not generous, but go on.
I think that's personally acceptable. Let's just say that then. And now we're at a point where Joshua's agreed, but Tyson Fury is saying that there can only be two specific dates I want this fight, and we can't have it on December 17th. So with that, with the summarization, the floor is yours, Ray. What is going on right now?
Every single time I keep on telling you lot to stop falling for this guy's BS, you do not listen to me. Listen, how long have I always said it? AJ is and will always be this generation's heavyweight cash cow. And for how long did they keep on using AJ's name? For clout, for leverage, for views. No matter what, and Fury knows this, no matter what he does, AJ is his meal ticket, but Fury isn't AJ's. And this is nasty stuff by Fury, because all the insults you were throwing on AJ when he lost, Mr. Bodybuilder, Mr. This, that, and the third, what? All of a sudden, he's good enough for you to have a Battle of the Britain. What happened to him being a dosser? What happened to him being a bodybuilder and saying that you're the best in Britain? So what's there to prove if you're the best now? You've got a belt, he hasn't. What do you need to prove? This is... And the fight's never going to be made. It's going to be Manuel Char. That is the fight that's going to happen. That is the fight that's going to happen. There's a specific reason why he keeps on saying no to the dates that AJ wants. It's because he's already got dates booked. And what's going to happen is if AJ doesn't bend the knee to him, then he's going to say, you ducked me. And to all the people, there's going to be a lot of casuals chatting rubbish. Oh, I don't understand. Why doesn't AJ just take the dates? And just people don't understand. They don't even take into consideration the impact of training camp, how long training camp takes, how long it takes to facilitate a training camp, how long AJ even needs to just heal up from his previous bout and then not burn himself out by going to back-to-back training camps. Like, people don't understand this. So to the casual, they might be like, oh, just get into another fight. What's the issue? Back-to-back training camps is not always the greatest thing. This is why a lot of boxers, once they make it to the top, they don't fight as often, because you need more time to train. And not people need to understand training camp is for repetition and getting you combat ready. You're not really learning too much skill. You go in there getting ready to compete, and getting ready to compete and just training in general to get your skill level up are two different things. And Fury knows what he's doing, getting AJ at a time that, yes, he might possibly be down as well. Yes, he needs more time to go back to the drawing board and just train in general with his team. So to fight him now is just nasty. You're using his name, and credit to AJ, he's a prideful man. So he's saying he's not going to back down. And for me, I would want AJ's team to step in and say no. But knowing AJ, he gets the final word and will take this fight. And Fury knows that. So now, once again, this Dosser, and when I say Dosser, I'm not speaking about AJ. This Dosser is using AJ's name because he knows, because from commercial-wise to boxing reasons, this fight is going to fall through. He's going to face Char, and then he's going to say, AJ ducked me, and then he's going to hope to still get a certain amount of viewers to watch his fight, even though he knows no matter what he does, he will never have AJ's reputation, he will never have AJ's commercial prowess, and he will never get the fans to watch him the same way they do AJ. Love him or hate him, rant down with AJ, and they're still going to tune in for him.
So this is interesting. You said this. So I was watching something with Eddie Hearn, and he kind of said the same thing. He goes, there's only so much we can say before it's down to AJ. Like they control us. We can't really say anything. We can advise, but that's all we get to. But he did also say that he wanted AJ to fight in December. With that being said, now I understand magnitude of fights are different. But if AJ is ready to fight in December, can he not put a bit of leeway to say, right, we'll take the split and now we'll just go on your terms? If he puts out that, yeah, I'm happy to agree to Fury's terms and fight in December, then surely all the pressure's back on Fury, because right now it seems to be it's on Joshua's side because Fury is doing all the calling out.
They even cheeky with it. They even tried to say, they initially said December, then they tried to do November.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you bloody well know what you're doing by saying November. They keep on moving the goalposts. And I think obviously AJ gave a specific date in December. He said December 17th, because I believe, from what I understand of it, the logistics of it, it's like gives them enough time to rest up, also go into training camp, and then be done with training camp and be, periodically ready to compete in peak condition. So with Fury cutting that short, it's like you're getting the small advantages that obviously a lot of the casual fans may not be aware of, but that is why he's doing that. And Fury knows that in some of the public eyes that might not know this, it's going to look like AJ's just giving him any excuse not to make the fight. But AJ, probably his team's probably devised the plan and said, this is how long we need to get ready. Like a big fight like this to be made on short notice as well. Stop it, man. With all the networks involved as well, you really think that this fight of this type of magnitude is going to be made after the whole debacle when they were meant to do AJ Fury the first time, and then bloody Top Rank and Frank Warren longed it out until the point where Wilder then got his rematch. And you still believe this guy, the guy that's I'm retired 3 times in this year. This is some of you lot hero.
No,
Listen,
no,
I'll
see,
never diss his boxing prowess. Excellent fighter, and I still think if they take this fight, it's in Fury's favor. But some of the stuff that people just let him blatantly get away with because you're dislike for AJ can piss right off. This is the most blatant money grab I've ever seen. For the man that says he's a fighting man, is not in for the money. This is the most blatant money grab. And what's worse is that's why when you said about the 60-40 percentage split, it is BS. And the reason why I say it's BS, because no matter how many belts you have, no matter if you think you're the best heavyweight there is right now, commercially, AJ is that guy. So to tell him, for me, 40% is the lowest he should go. Anyone that's saying lower, shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're tuning in for AJ. You're not tuning in for Fury. That's the whole reason Fury's even proposing this fight, because he knows that that is his meal ticket. And AJ doesn't need him for a meal ticket. AJ's got, 4 or 5 of the UK's pay-per-view records. Fury's not even in the top 10 of it. Just for you guys that think that Fury's such a big star, just remember that.
so I guess like my point from here, because we're not going to go into the ins and outs confirmed, i.e., where it's going to be hosted, etc. From here right now to what we can expect in the next coming weeks, because like I said, we don't actually have a lot of time for this particular fight. What do you see going forward? Because I'm interested to know, at what point do you think it's going to be a no-go, or do you think there's a potential this fight happens?
In all honesty, I don't care at this point. I don't see the fight happening. Fury, stop being a coward and let's hurry up and make your stupid fight with Char. Because this isn't new for Fury. This is the same Fury that after he went through the draw with Wilder, he took 2 gimme fights. People think it was Schwartz and
Is it Otto Wallin?
Otto Wallin.
Yeah.
Remember that. People don't forget that. That's what happened. In between when people made it seem like he went on this like historic run. No, you drew with Wilder, and fair enough, he beat Wilder the first time. Then he took those 2 gimme fights with Schwartz and Otto Wallin, and then he faced Wilder. He's just doing it all over again to tick over to see if he can get more, commercial awareness for if he fights Usyk. I was gonna say when, but with Fury, you never know. This is all he is doing. He wants the payday with Anthony Joshua, And I don't even blame him for that. But stop act is it's the fact that people keep on acting like it's coming from a genuine place or wanting to do the Battle of Britain. No, it's not. You're upset that your meal ticket went away when AJ lost to Usyk. So this is the way that you can still get your fight and then face Usyk, and then after that he's gonna retire, and we all know that. That's all this is. Even the fact of him making fun of Usyk, saying, "Why can't you have a quick turnaround?" When did Fury have a quick turnaround? All these people that's trying to get onto Usyk about all these people that's like just acting dumb about, oh, why isn't Usyk going to be ready for December? When has Fury had a quick turnaround but you expect of Usyk? Get the F out of here with that BS, man. I'm so sick and tired of some of these people that's on Team Fury because the delusion is so crazy. Like the cognitive dissonance of this whole situation is mad. At the end of the day, AJ is the cash cow. And if I'm Team AJ, I'm telling him, ignore this call out. No, not even ignore this call out. Call Fury's bluff, which he has. Then the deal's going to fall through. AJ's going to go on to do whatever. And people are going to make fun of AJ. But guess what's going to happen with AJ's next fight? People are still going to tune in. And then Fury's going to go have his fight with Char. And then when it doesn't do well pay-per-view wise, again, Fury's then going to start using AJ's name for clout. That's what they're all doing. Wilder's doing it. Fury's doing it. Joe Joyce and Joe Parker are doing it. Despicable.
Do you know what? It's interesting you said Wilder, because Ruiz fought on the weekend, and apparently the winner in Wilder's next fight fights Ruiz at a WBC Eliminator. And Tyson Fury half tweeted something. He goes, "Guess I'm fighting Deontay Wilder again." So in terms of a little spanner in the works,
what he's gonna beat the guy 4 times and call him the greatest?
Yeah, so out of him. At what point do we look at this particular fight and think, yeah, we're still interested, but that hype for it has a bit died out? Or
let me tell you something. If that WBC Eliminator happens with Wilder and Ruiz, by the time that fight happens, Fury's gonna hopefully have had the undisputed fight, and he will retire. He will not face Wilder again, and he would not face Ruiz, because there's a banana pill in Ruiz that you just don't want to face, and Wilder he'll beat. But why take, even though he'll beat Wilder, why take more concussive blows to the head? There's no point. You got dropped multiple times from Wilder. You do not need to do that to yourself again. I haven't beaten the guy arguably 3 times, but definitively twice. The hell would he face Wilder again for? What, just for him to take out more lumps of his life? It's stupid. That's not what's going to happen. He's just doing this to get more attention for the Usyk fight, because he saw that after all his efforts, he couldn't get the money that he wanted to face Usyk. That is the truth. And now he's using AJ's name. And listen, if you want to be Team Fury, be Team Fury, but stop this lack of common sense. I'm tired of it. It's absolute BS, and people know that.
Yeah. So with that, we are going to wrap up a quick little impromptu video on Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. As Ray said, if you're Team Fury, let us know in the comments. Same with if you're Team Joshua, and if you're playing the neutral side, let us know if you think this fight's going to happen, who you think will potentially win as well. But as always, if you're enjoying the content, you know what to do. Drop us a like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know the videos come up first and you're the first person to get your views involved as well. But as always, guys, love and peace, and stay weighed in.
Wait, no, not even love and peace. Wait, one more thing. And if you disagree with me, all those people, all the Fury nut huggers, not the Fury fans, the Fury nut huggers, all those people that want to chat rubbish, you come tell me what Fury's number was versus Dillian White. And then also tell me the time that Fury's outperformed AJ commercially. And then you can argue why AJ could maybe go less than 60-40. Don't come to me with that BS. Peace.
Ray wants to smoke. It's Wednesday evening. Ray wants to smoke.
I'm tired of it.
With all that, though, stay weighed in.